I need to clarify a few things here, because one of the things I see, like really, like when I was looking at the what is hypergamy.com for seeking, I want to say it's marrying up, and I'm getting a little bit tired right now of having marriage be the litmus test for everything. I got into it. Let's see if I can find this real quick. I got into it with some guys on the net, on Twitter, and I was I think what did I put? Oh, I know what I did. I fucking poke the hornet's nest here, and I mentioned something about where the hell did it go? In fact, I'll just go pull it out of here real quick. I poked the bear. I probably shouldn't have poked the bear, but I did. Where did it go? Oh, here it was. This is pretty good. I'll throw this one out here. I got this. I won't. I'll just read it to you. It's too easy just to do it. I have this one chick. What's her name? Bethany S. Mandel, and she is a homeschooling mom, journalist, and co-author of best-selling book "Stolen Youth." Okay, homeschooling. Hotter take. If you're dating a woman, if you're dating longer than 6 months, there's not been a conversation about marriage. It's time to end the relationship. Of course, she was responding also to Claire Ann Ath, A-T-H. Is that a last name? Hot take. If you're dating longer than 1 to 1.5 years, you're not engaged. It's time to end the relationship. Then Beth says, hotter take. If you're dating longer than 6 months, of course, now we got to escalate it, right? And there hasn't been a conversation about marriage, then you need to end the relationship. And I'm just like, okay, here we go. Roll acid. I have to fucking open my big fucking mouth. I said, even hotter take. I said, if you've been on 3 dates and haven't fucked, it's time to end the relationship. And of course, that's a sort of a cue to what Iron Hill Tomasi number 3, which is anytime a woman makes you wait for sex, the sex is never worth the wait. Every single time I have to explain that rule to people, it's always, well, Rollo, you're just looking for an easy fuck, I guess. So no high quality woman would. I'm like, so I thought about that for a minute, because like, I know, of course, my answer is that rule is not about fucking. It's not about sex. It's about genuine interest, genuine desire. I've sat at this very table, and talked to women who said, yes, I've made guys wait 6 months to fuck. Yes, I've made guys wait a year to fuck. At that point, like, at what point would the same people who would tell me, well, Rollo, you no quality woman would do that. You know, you want to get an easy fuck. Okay, fine. Three dates. Okay. What's the now? 5 dates, 6 dates, a month. How much? How long do you have to wait? How long do you have to wait before you end the relationship, before you bug out, before you go, you know what? I'm not getting a return on my investment. It's time for me to like sell off this altcoin and move it and push it back into USDC. At what point do you take the bet off the losing horse? And that's the thing, is that it's the uncertainty of it, because we're not supposed to do that. Guys are not supposed to do that. You're supposed to stick it out, right? So at what point does a guy become a simp? At what point does a guy become like, oh my gosh, what self-respecting man would do that? He would wait a year to fuck. At what point does it become self-respecting man versus, oh, she's easy? At what point? Please tell me, because I'm looking for like a delineation point here, and I'm never going to get a straight answer. Certainly not going to get a straight answer from women or from men for that matter. And then of course I got this one guy. His response was this: Rollo wants all women to be 304s. I'm like, Rollo wants all men to stop wasting their time on low interest women. That's really what it's about, right? It's not about 304s or anything like that. And so this guy goes on. I'll just give you the brief breakdown of it. He says that's a fine goal. Any way to accomplish that without making all women 304s? Why does wanting to fuck a woman make her a 304? Is any chick that you fuck automatically a 304? Or any girl that's like having premarital sex, is she a 304? Because I want to know, because apparently all these guys at Turning Point USA want you to, you can't fucking get whipped out unless you've got enough money to pay for a PS2 or a PS5, and you got to be able to. You can't even play video games until your woman is a woman of leisure. Until you turn into Justin Waller and you can entertain multiple women. I love this. The same guys, like say you got like Justin, who has a quote unquote wife, and he has side pieces because that are allowable. Like that's how his relationship is. He can do that because he has enough money to make his woman a woman of leisure. So if that's the case, they should have Justin Waller at TPUSA. They should. They should have him on there and say, "Oh well, here's how I work my relationship with my wife and my girlfriends." Because apparently he has enough money and he can do that. So he's following exactly what Officer Tatum and exactly he does. He would just trust me on this. Justin Waller won't let me pay for fucking dinner. He sure as fuck ain't letting any chick pay for dinner. Right? So is he not then the fucking pinnacle of manhood according to the TPUSA guys? Probably not, but I digress. You know why? Because he will not knuckle under to the feminine imperative, which is exactly what they do. So then it's like, oh, is there any way to accomplish that without making all women 304s? I'm like, why would that make women 304s? And then he asks me this. He says, well, obviously the second is worse than the first, but how many plow on the third to plow? You know how you know a guy who doesn't fuck? He uses words like plow. Plow. Sterling Cooper, I know that dude fucks. Justin Waller, I know he fucks. Sartain, I know he fucks. And I've never heard them say, you know what? Time to go home and plow. Nobody does that, dude.
Let's hit the fields.
Plow on the third date. Do they turn into anything other that resembles marriage? Yes, I did. Yeah, can confirm. 28 years can confirm. Yes. And then I said this. I said, why is marriage a goal state? Right. Do you have a better bedrock for civilization? So basically, you should be in a relation. The only reason you should ever be even talking to a girl is to save Western society. Right. Bedrock of civilization institute to raise children up in your sleeve. Children up in your sleeve. Now I'm thinking this is a bot. He's a Christian. He's like, why was it yours? It wasn't mine. The thing is that like when I'm like, here's the thing is when I saw my wife for the first time, it was Mrs. Tomasi. Okay. When we weren't even married, we weren't even boyfriend and girlfriend at this time. When I first met my wife, I looked at her and I was like, I didn't go, I wonder if she'd be a great mother for my children. I wonder if she can cook a mean shepherd's pie. I wonder what her family's like. No, I looked at her. I said, I want to tap that ass. That's literally what ran through my brain because she was fine as fuck and I wanted to hit it. And I'm happy to say 28 years later, still have that in mind quite a bit. But the thing is like we develop something beyond that. And I think that the problem with a lot of these sort of like TPUSA is a tradcon mentality right now. First of all, you're talking to guys who don't fuck. That's a given. The second part is you've got guys who think that marriage needs to be the metric by which you would ever enter into any kind of relationship with a woman. Like you have to be dating with intent, right? Women who date with intent are generally between 29 and 33 years old, okay? Because they have to. You ask a woman who's 23 years old, but who isn't Brett Cooper, and you're gonna find women who are just gonna be like, you know what? I'm not even thinking about the long term. I'm not even thinking about that right now. Does that make them bad people? Does that make them low quality women? Or if they are low quality at 23, does that mean they're going to be low quality when they're 30? In fact, I hate even using the term low quality or high quality or whatever else, because that creates this. It creates a character. It creates a caricature. It creates an ideal, and that's really what the whole thing's about. Is when we're looking at the people at like TPUSA, who are, like I said, very susceptible, very suggestible to things like OnlyFans women turning over a new leaf. They really desperately want to believe that Nala Fit is going to be their perfect little virgin. Their OnlyFans virgin that's going to turn into, is Nala Fit a quality woman now? I would love to hear that. I would love to hear some of my brethren tell me whether or not Nala is a high quality woman now. But again, it's like when guys are out at the clubs, when guys are at Bible study and they see an attractive woman and they say that the first thing in their head is not, oh, I wonder if we could pray together. Oh, I wonder if we could save Western society together. No, I want to get with that chick because she looks fucking hot and I want to tap that. That's what it comes down to. That's the proximate goal, not the ultimate outcome, the proximate outcome. I want to hit it. And by the way, you do yourself no favors by desexualizing yourself.